What up, YouTube? It's your boy Dollar. You know I'm back with another one. Got something different for y'all today. We about to do a little review right quick on these ATV drivers. Check it out though. Make sure y'all drop me a like, drop me a sub, and comment on the video. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what's going on. But yeah, we about to go ahead and jump into it.
April 17th of 2024, Duluth, Georgia. A Duluth police officer was stationary on Peachtree Industrial Boulevard when he spotted a four-wheeler speeding toward him. Our officer activated his lights and sirens and quickly caught up with the vehicle. To the driver's credit, he slowed and stopped at the intersection of Peachtree and Chattahoochee Drive. He obeyed the traffic lights, made his U-turn, and then proceeded to hit the gas.
Like a 450. This might be a Raptor. Might be a Raptor 700. I don't know. We'll see in a minute though. Well, you ain't gonna outrun them on that long ass street. Oh yeah, he can't drive. He can't ride. I can tell already he getting caught.
After the near miss, our driver decided to take the chase into a residential area. We're guessing those living in the Overlook neighborhood had never seen anything like this.
Give me a little massage while I'm sitting right here. Everything. See what better gonna do. Okay. I'm telling you, you gotta come back. You gotta come back around. They fixed up back there. What you gonna do? You're gonna pop out in between. Big pop out. Go turn around in there. Oh yeah, he can't ride. Told y'all that. It's over for him. They finna tackle him, dumbass.
The driver, identified as 25-year-old Tyler Taylor, tried flipping his ATV and riding away. Thankfully, police wrapped him in time and tackled him to the ground. They learned that Tyler was on probation at the time. He claimed he was just trying to ride and didn't know ATVs weren't allowed on the streets of Duluth. As it turns out, ignorance isn't a good defense. Tyler was charged with felony fleeing and taken to jail where he was held without bond.
Check him out. What's going on right here? Somebody.
It began as an average day for the Arkansas State Police. Then, several calls came in about a four-wheeler driving recklessly on the main roads. Several marked and unmarked police cars responded to the scene. The suspect was pretty easy to spot. He was the only person in town riding an ATV while wearing a Halloween mask.
But it done came back. Oh, that's like an old head.
Did you you see that? We're thinking this guy went as an elderly Fu Manchu for Halloween this year. According to reports, our masked rider was wanted by the FBI for drug trafficking. Perhaps he was trying to throw them off his trail. If he was,
you gotta get up out there, my boy.
He wasn't doing a good job.
Can't outrun no damn trucks on a four-wheeler. These motherfuckers cannot ride. Fuck you. Tell me I'm red. That on red.
Your pocket or out of your hat? Yeah, it's probably that's it. It's all it's over there. You dive in here to hide.
But it look like he done red. Try to run.
You got lights and signs. All you got to do is pull over and stop.
Unfortunately, we never learned much about the suspect or his charges. We'd love to know what the mask was about, but the ASP hasn't released any information. Toward the end, we hear the suspect say he got scared when the cops showed up. That's why he ran. It doesn't take a genius to realize that was a lie. We're assuming he had drugs on him, either hidden in his pockets or woven into his wizard beard.
Damn, he about to bump
An
your ass, my
ATV
boy.
is no match for police vehicles on the open roads. However, the pendulum swings when things move off-road. This suspect from Brevard County, Florida, knew he'd have to mix things up if he wanted to escape. On September 8th of 2024, he got involved in a high-speed chase with Florida Highway Patrol officers. Watch how he uses the grass and sand to evade the FHP.
They be trying to run over speed. You ain't gonna run over speed on no damn road. You gotta use your advantages. Cut through shit. Turn around 100 times on their head. Make them wanna give up. Look at that shit. It really look like you're in the middle of nowhere. It's Florida Highway Patrol, so you're in Florida somewhere. Look at all that. You can turn over there somewhere. Should have been did it.
That was the last Trooper Saunders ever saw of the suspect. The FHP ultimately called off the chase, and the rider vanished into the Florida countryside. According to police reports, our officers hit speeds upwards of 130 miles per hour to catch the suspect. We do not believe the suspect was going that fast. Remember, the best ATVs top out at 90 miles per hour. Police likely sped up to catch him as he cut corners through grass medians. Fun fact, the Guinness World Record for the fastest speed on an ATV is 196 miles per hour. It's owned by Terry Wilmoth of the United States, who set the record on a modified Yamaha 700 Raptor. And by modified, Terry strapped a hybrid rocket thruster.
Y'all make sure y'all hit that sub button though. Drop me a sub, man. I'm trying to hit 500.
What's that say?
We're trying to hit 500 subs. That ain't a lot to ask for. I think I'm at what, like 358?
Multiple calls came into the Arkansas
Drop
State
another
Police
sub.
Department
What he got
about
going
an
on?
older black male driving an ATV on I-30 East. While on patrol, ASB trooper Kerry Perminter spotted the ATV and got behind the suspect, later identified as 60-year-old Curtis Jackson. The thing about fleeing from police on an ATV, especially on the highway, is that you can never outrun them. Most ATVs top out between 50 and 90 miles per hour, depending on the engine size.
Right, you can't outrun them.
Model, this joyrider never
Not
stood a chance.
on the straightaway, you're trying to use speed.
Mr. Jackson
man.
was too drunk to realize that.
Here's some cuts. Go between some houses. Keep turning around on their ass. Jump off in the woods. You know, something like that. I ain't saying I do it, but, you know. We're dropping shit. Damn! My boy whole back tire just came off. You're done for, my boy. You're done for. Go on, give it up. Man, go on, give it up for your old ass die.
Despite losing a tire, Curtis kept his hand on the throttle. If he wasn't making it far before, he's certainly not going anywhere now.
Give it up, buddy. You're done.
Might as well.
Over. Give it up. You're all done.
Yeah, he done for. We're gonna go ahead and skip through him though. We're gonna skip through him. What we got right here?
About several off-road vehicles driving illegally on the streets. While in the area, he spotted one of those ATVs heading toward him in the opposite lane. If we zoom on his dash footage here, you can see the driver coming. He then stops and makes a U-turn as Trooper Youngblood tries to do the same. That's when a maroon-colored ATV pulls out in front of our officer. The driver hits the throttle and guns it back toward the park, where several of his friends are also driving around.
Okay, what we doing? Can he ride? Can he ride? Okay, what he doing? There's some more four-wheelers back there in the corner.
The rider, later identified as Daryl Sturkey, lost police in the park.
They know his name. He must have got caught.
While troopers Youngblood and Young navigated dense Atlanta traffic. Yet somehow,
they know his name. He got caught.
Failed to put much distance between himself and police.
Youngblood
and Young quickly caught up, leading to this short-lived chase.
Ah, damn. Short-lived. He must have already. What are you doing? What you doing? What? He don't let it stall out. He don't let the bike stall out. I'm tired of that James, boy. You ain't going no damn well. Oh, that's stupid ass nigga, man. These niggas run like a bitch in them tight ass jeans. These stupid ass niggas cannot ride. This nigga can't ride, y'all. Got his fire in his hand. Oh, that's bro fire. Bro had fire on him. Oh, okay. Bro had fire on him. No, you gotta get up out of there. You got.
Mr. Sturkey goes on to explain that he ran because he was scared of the police. In reality, he had 2 active warrants out for his arrest.
Got 2
one
warrants.
from DeKalb County and another
Got
from the police
found. No, you gotta get
he
up out of
claims
there.
the gun and ATV were not stolen and that both were properly registered in his name. Based on
This is
available
different, isn't it?
information, there's no indication
So they don't
that he
call
was
2 of
lying.
there? What's going on, man?
It was June 2nd of 2024.
He look like
A
he getting
Virginia
caught.
State police officer was stationary on the roadside when he spotted an ATV zip by at a high rate of speed. Our trooper pulled out and raced to catch the driver, who'd already put some distance between himself and police. Our officer eventually caught up and attempted to pull the driver over, but this guy didn't plan on sticking around. He led police on an extended chase near
Someone jumped on a
Chesapeake City
bridge.
and made more illegal U-turns than we were able to
Virginia.
count.
Yeah, VA.
My backpack with some yelling at it. They're tagging some like 4-wheeler. One of them celebrating coming up.
See what brother gonna do.
No more. One more, no more. Please be on there. Just walking along the avenue, came right along.
Turning up on Montclair and turning on Wilson.
Yeah, they go with the brake foot on, and just right wrist, and you slow the one side right there, through traffic. He's up 30.
What we doing?
Speed is 30, no traffic.
Our officer remained parallel with the driver as they raced up Wilson Street. Traffic was light, allowing our trooper to keep eyes on the suspect without worrying
Turn
about
around
speeding
again.
cars. He made a quick U-turn in the intersection.
turn around, bro.
And caught back up with the speeding 4-wheeler.
There you go. Will you turn around?
Just turning on Wilson.
Oh yeah, you bullshitting, bro. Jump up, hit that curb, and turn around again.
Light traffic, figure 43.
You gotta play with their ass, man. When you play with them, they give up.
Light traffic, figure 43, turning right out into River Road.
By the way, it has multiple elevators. It has goggles on the right hand side of it. Left on the right. He's on 30, no traffic.
30, no traffic.
Left on the
Man, look how he turning. Supposed to whip that motherfucker, swing that bitch. Yeah, rookie.
Step back, roll, coming back to Indian River.
river, white traffic, being tall and dirty.
The suspect is trying everything he can to shake the Virginia State Police. Next, he'll try a little off-roading, followed by more hairpin U-turns and wrong-way driving.
Should have been doing all that. Should have been doing all that. Damn. Yep, rip that bitch around right now. Yep. Yep. Let both of their heads turn around. This shit smoking like hell. This shit about to blow up. Oh, what's wrong? What the fuck? Is that a bench?
Get in front, get in front.
I gotta be on the bench.
Yeah.
I'm tripping. I'm thinking he on the full stroke.
Indian River headed back out tight.
The fuck he riding, bro?
Left on
Goddamn hell. Man, he taking too long to shake him. He taking too long to shake him.
Unfortunately, the rest of the chase occurs off camera. From what we can gather, the suspect crashed and fled the scene on foot. Police quickly ran him down and arrested him for a myriad of crimes, including reckless driving, fleeing, and resisting arrest. Unfortunately, we never learned the suspect's name or what he was up to before the chase, though we can safely assume that he wasn't just out for a casual ride.
Damn, my boy. What are you gonna do?
Police in Bibb County, Georgia are sick of car gangs dominating their streets. To combat this growing issue, they launched Operation Reclamation in a multi-agency effort to rein in these lawless car clubs. On May 2nd of 2021, a GSP trooper learned that a roving gang of 15 to 20 off-road vehicles was heading toward his position near Emory Highway.
Y'all got it rough down there in Georgia, boy. Them motherfuckers don't let up.
Was actively evading a police helicopter when our trooper spotted him. With a backpack full of drugs, the driver led police on a high-speed chase through Bibb County. He quickly learned that his ATV was no match for souped-up GSP Dodge Chargers. The driver, identified as DeMonta Thomas, was hurting after the crash. We believe he rolled over after trying to make a tight turn between the two buildings. In his backpack, police found a small bag of marijuana and several assorted pill bottles. One of them, according to police, was a testosterone booster. Another resembled a vitamin bottle you might buy at the pharmacy. It's unclear if the pills inside were illegal or not. Police also found a loaded 9mm handgun with an extended 24-round magazine. They ran the serial number through their computers, only to learn there was no record on file. Once he was medically cleared, Mr. Thomas was transported to Bibb County Jail, where he was likely held on several charges, including possession and fleeing. If you enjoyed this video and want to see another just like it, be sure to...
That's it for this video, y'all. Well, yeah, y'all make sure y'all drop me a like, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 500. But yeah, we gone.